Before you try to make anyone love you, choose yourself so deeply that your own heart finally feels like home. Love yourself first, and everything else will follow naturally. Not because you have to force life, not because you have to chase love, chase peace, chase approval, or chase the version of yourself you think you are supposed to be. But because when you stop leaving yourself behind, something inside you becomes quiet. Something inside you begins to trust again. And from that soft place, life can reach you in a new way. Maybe you have spent so much of your life trying to be enough for other people, trying to be easy to love, trying not to need too much, trying not to feel too deeply, trying to smile when your heart was tired, trying to stay strong when all you really wanted was to be held, understood, and told, "It's okay. You don't have to carry this alone." Tonight, or whenever you are listening to these words, you do not need to perform. You do not need to prove your worth. You do not need to become more perfect before you can receive love. You do not need to fix every part of yourself before you can be gentle with yourself. You are allowed to begin right here, with this breath, with this body, with this heart that has been through so much and still wants to open. And if a quiet part of you is wondering whether these words are really for you, yes, they are. You are not here by accident. Something in you is ready to come back to yourself. Something in you is tired of begging life for proof. Something in you already knows that love does not begin out there. It begins in the way you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. So let these words move slowly. Let them enter like warm water around cold hands. Let them touch the places in you that have felt forgotten. You do not have to believe everything at once. You only have to soften a little. You only have to let one small part of your heart say, "Maybe I can love myself first. Maybe I can stop being so hard on myself. Maybe everything else can follow naturally when I stop fighting who I am." For now, just breathe. You are here. You are safe enough to listen. You are loved enough to begin. I know you have been carrying so much inside you. Maybe you do not talk about it often. Maybe people see your smile, your work, your kindness, your strong face, and they do not know how tired your heart feels when the world becomes quiet. They do not see the moments when you wonder if you are doing enough, giving enough, becoming enough, loving enough. They do not see how many times you have placed your own needs at the bottom, hoping that if you were gentle enough with others, life would finally be gentle with you. Maybe you have loved people who did not know how to love you back. Maybe you have given your time, your energy, your care, and your softest parts to people who still made you feel unseen. Maybe you have waited for messages, waited for approval, waited for someone to choose you clearly. And somewhere along the way, your heart began to ask, "What is wrong with me?" but nothing is wrong with you. You were never wrong for wanting love. You were never wrong for wanting safety. You were never wrong for wanting someone to stay. But now, gently, very gently, life is asking you to return to the one person you may have left behind while trying to be chosen by everyone else. You, your own heart, your own breath, your own tender inner world. This is not selfish. This is not cold. This is not pushing anyone away. Loving yourself first simply means you no longer abandon yourself to keep the peace. You no longer become smaller just to be accepted. You no longer speak to yourself like an enemy and then wonder why your body feels tired. You may have learned to earn love. You may have learned that you had to be useful, quiet, beautiful, successful, easy, strong, or always available before you could feel worthy. But that was never the truth of your soul. That was only a story you learned when you were trying to survive. And now, with softness, you can begin to unlearn it. You can begin to tell yourself a new story, a kinder story, a story where you do not have to lose yourself to be loved. Take a moment right now and ask yourself, when was the last time you truly gave yourself permission to rest without guilt? When was the last time you looked at your own heart and said, "You have done enough for today"? If you want, you can share one word in the comments later. One word your heart needs tonight. Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is love. Maybe it is rest. Maybe it is trust. Maybe it is home. You deserve to feel at home inside yourself. Not only when everything is going well, not only when others are kind to you, not only when your plans are working. You deserve to feel at home in yourself even on the days when you are unsure, even when your emotions are heavy, even when you make a mistake, even when you do not know what comes next. There is a quiet strength in loving yourself first. It is the strength of roots beneath the earth. No one sees them, but they hold the whole tree. They do not ask the branches for permission to grow. They do not wait for applause. They simply go deeper. They drink what is needed. They hold steady in the dark soil. And because the roots are cared for, the leaves can open to the sky. That is what you are doing here. You are going back to the roots. You are not trying to decorate the outside of your life while your inner world is thirsty. You are not trying to look peaceful while speaking to yourself with pain. You are not trying to attract love while denying love to your own heart. You are beginning at the root. You are learning to say, "I matter to me. My peace matters. My softness matters. My needs matter. My life matters." And as you practice this, everything begins to change in quiet ways. You may not notice it all at once, but one day you may pause before saying yes when your heart means no. You may rest without explaining yourself. You may stop chasing someone who makes you feel small. You may speak to your body with more kindness. You may forgive yourself faster. You may breathe deeper. You may begin to feel that you are not waiting for life to love you anymore. You are already standing inside love. This is where everything begins. Not with pressure, not with proving, not with chasing. With you, with your heart. With one gentle choice to love yourself first. Place your attention gently on your heart now. You do not need to press your hand there unless it feels good. Just bring your awareness to that quiet center inside you. The place that has held so much. The place that still keeps a small flame alive, even after all the long days, all the waiting, all the overthinking, all the times you wondered if you were too much or not enough. Let this be slow. Let every word have room. You do not have to rush into believing. You can simply listen. You can let the words come near you like soft rain on dry ground. You can receive only what feels ready. The rest can wait. Love is patient. Love does not push its way in. Love knocks gently, and tonight you are opening the door little by little. I am allowed to be kind to myself now. Say it softly inside. I am allowed to be kind to myself now, not after I become better, not after I understand everything, not after everyone approves of me. Now, right here, in this moment, with this heart, with this breath, with this life exactly as it is, I am allowed to be kind to myself now. Let that sentence rest in you. Maybe it feels strange. Maybe a part of you wants to argue. Maybe your mind says, but I should have done more. I should be further ahead. I should be stronger by now. Breathe. That is the old voice. That is the voice of pressure. You do not need to follow it tonight. I am allowed to be kind to myself even when I am learning. I am allowed to be kind to myself even when I feel unsure. I am allowed to be kind to myself even when my heart is tired. Kindness is not something I earn. Kindness is something I can offer myself because I am human, because I am growing, because I have lived through things that required more strength than anyone could see. Let the words be simple. I am kind to myself now. I am gentle with myself now. I speak to myself like someone I love. My heart does not need to work so hard to be loved. Let that one come slowly. My heart does not need to work so hard to be loved. Your heart has been trying, maybe for a very long time. Trying to be pleasing, trying to be useful, trying to be patient, trying to be strong, trying to understand everyone else, trying not to ask for too much, trying not to lose anyone, trying to prove that it is worthy of care. But tonight, your heart can loosen its grip. It does not have to carry a sign that says, "Please love me." It does not have to explain its worth. It does not have to become perfect before it can be held. Your heart is worthy because it is yours. Your heart is worthy because it feels, because it hopes, because it keeps opening even after disappointment. My heart does not need to work so hard to be loved. My heart can rest. My heart can breathe. My heart can be loved in quiet ways. My heart can stop trying to earn every gentle thing. Love can meet me where I am. Love can begin inside me now. And if you have spent years feeling that love must be chased, let this be a new path. Like a river that does not beg the ocean to receive it, it simply flows. It follows its nature. It moves with trust. And in time it arrives where it belongs. You can be like that river. You can stop forcing. You can stop proving. You can return to your own flow. I do not have to abandon myself to keep love. Say that softly. I do not have to abandon myself to keep love. I do not have to leave my own needs behind. I do not have to silence my truth. I do not have to laugh when something hurts. I do not have to say yes when my body whispers no. I do not have to make myself small so someone else can feel comfortable. This affirmation is a doorway. It does not ask you to be harsh. It does not ask you to close your heart. It simply asks you to stay with yourself, to not walk out of your own inner home just because someone else is knocking loudly at the door. I can love others and still remain with myself. I can be kind and still have boundaries. I can care and still rest. I can understand someone else and still honor what I feel. I can choose peace without disappearing. Let that settle. I do not have to abandon myself to keep love. The love that requires me to lose myself is not the love my soul is asking. Nung for. The love that is meant for me will not ask me to become a stranger to my own heart. I am learning to stay with myself. There is no rush in this. You are learning. You are practicing. You are building a new way. So say it with kindness. I am learning to stay with myself. When fear rises, I stay. When sadness comes, I stay. When I feel unsure, I stay. When I make a mistake, I stay. I do not turn away from myself so quickly anymore. For so long, maybe you learned to leave your own feelings before anyone else could leave you. You learned to push them down, hide them, explain them away, smile over them. But your feelings are not enemies. They are small messengers knocking on the door of your attention. They do not need to rule you, but they do need to be heard. I am learning to stay with myself. I am learning to listen without shame. I am learning to comfort the parts of me that feel scared. I am learning to be the safe place I looked for in others. I am learning, and that is enough. You do not have to become your own safe place in one night. You only need to begin. One breath, one softer thought, one moment where you do not attack yourself, one moment where you place a warm blanket of compassion over the part of you that is hurting. I am safe to be a little softer now. Let your shoulders hear that. Let your jaw hear that. Let your hands hear that. I am safe to be a little softer now. You do not have to stay guarded all the time. You do not have to keep your whole body ready for pain. You do not have to hold your breath as if life is always about to take something from you. Maybe softness has felt unsafe before. Maybe you had to be strong. Maybe you had to protect yourself. Maybe you had to keep going even when your heart wanted to stop. Honor that. Your strength helped you survive. But now, in this moment, you are allowed to soften a little. Not all at once. Just one small degree. I am safe to be a little softer now. I can let my breath move slowly. I can let my face relax. I can let my heart rest against the quiet. I can stop fighting this moment. I can allow myself to be held by the sound of these words. Softness is not weakness. Softness is the door your peace walks through. Softness is the way water smooths stone. Softness is the quiet power of roots growing under the earth. Softness is how your own love begins to reach places force could never touch. I give myself permission to rest from proving. Say it as if you are putting down a heavy bag. I give myself permission to rest from proving. I do not have to prove that I am good. I do not have to prove that I am worthy. I do not have to prove that I deserve kindness. I do not have to prove that I am trying. You know how much you have tried. Your heart knows. Your body knows. The quiet parts of you know. And tonight, you can stop explaining yourself to your own mind. You can stop building a case for why you deserve peace. You are allowed to rest because you are alive, because you are tired, because your spirit needs a softer place to land. I give myself permission to rest from proving. I give myself permission to stop performing. I give myself permission to be loved in simple ways. I give myself permission to be here exactly as I am. Imagine a small bird finally landing after flying through wind. It does not explain why its wings are tired. It simply lands on the branch. It folds itself into the quiet. It trusts the branch to hold it. Let yourself be that bird for a moment. Let these words be the branch. My worth is not waiting for someone else to notice it. This is a deep truth. Let it come gently. My worth is not waiting for someone else to notice it. Your worth is not sitting outside your door, waiting for a message. It is not hidden inside another person's approval. It is not locked inside your achievements. It is not waiting in the future when you finally become more beautiful, more successful, more calm, more chosen, more understood. Your worth is already with you. Quiet, steady, unchanged by other people's moods, unchanged by who stayed, unchanged by who left, unchanged by what you finished today, unchanged by what you could not do. My worth is here. My worth is within me. My worth is not begging to be seen. My worth is not fragile. My worth is not late. My worth is not lost. My worth is part of my being. Let your heart hear this slowly. You do not become worthy because someone finally sees you. You remember your worth, and then you stop shrinking for people who cannot see clearly. You remember your worth, and then you begin to choose from peace instead of fear. I can love myself even while I am still growing. This is so important. I can love myself even while I am still growing. You do not have to wait until the lesson is complete. You do not have to wait until you never feel afraid. You do not have to wait until your habits are perfect. You do not have to wait until your emotions are neat and easy. Growth can be messy. Growth can be slow. Growth can feel like taking 3 steps forward and 1 step back. But even then, you are still moving. Even then, life is still teaching you. Even then, your heart is still worthy of patience. I can love myself while I am learning new ways. I can love myself while I am releasing old fear. I can love myself while I am becoming more honest. I can love myself on the days when I feel open, and I can love myself on the days when I feel closed. You are not a broken thing waiting to become lovable. You are a living soul in the middle of becoming, like a moon that changes shape and is still whole, like a garden between seasons and still full of life beneath the soil, like the sky holding clouds and still remaining sky. I forgive myself for the times I forgot my own heart. Say this gently. I forgive myself for the times I forgot my own heart, not with force, not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because carrying blame forever is too heavy, because you were doing the best you could with what you knew, what you had, and what you believed at the time. Maybe you gave too much. Maybe you stayed too long. Maybe you ignored your body. Maybe you spoke harshly to yourself. Maybe you waited for someone else to rescue the part of you that needed your own love. You can see it now, not to punish yourself, but to return with more tenderness. I forgive myself for forgetting my needs. I forgive myself for not knowing better sooner. I forgive myself for the love I chased when I did not yet know how to come home to myself. I forgive myself for every time I thought being hard on myself would make me stronger. You are allowed to learn without shame. You are allowed to look back with compassion. You are allowed to say, I did not know then, but I am listening now. And that is enough for this moment. I am becoming someone I can trust. Let this be slow. I am becoming someone I can trust. Not because you never make mistakes, not because you always know what to do, but because you are learning to return. You are learning to listen. You are learning to choose your peace. You are learning to stop betraying your own heart. Trust grows in little moments when you keep one promise to yourself, when you rest because your body asks for rest, when you speak kindly to yourself after a hard day, when you notice a red flag and do not explain it away, when you allow yourself to feel what is real. I am becoming someone I can trust. I am becoming a safe place for my own heart. I am becoming kinder in the way I speak to myself. I am becoming more honest with what I need. I am becoming softer without becoming smaller. You do not have to trust yourself perfectly tonight. Just let the seed be planted. A seed does not look like a tree yet, but it carries the whole tree inside it. This small affirmation carries a new life inside it. I can meet my needs without feeling guilty. Say it quietly. I can meet my needs without feeling guilty. Your needs are not a burden. Your need for rest is not laziness. Your need for kindness is not weakness. Your need for space is not rejection. Your need for love is not shameful. Your need for peace is not selfish. You are a living being. You have rhythms. You have limits. You have feelings. You have a body that asks for care. You have a heart that asks for gentleness. You have a soul that asks for quiet. Meeting your needs is not taking too much from life. It is learning how to stay well inside your own life. I can rest when I am tired. I can pause when I feel full. I can ask for support when I need it. I can give myself quiet without guilt. I can take care of my heart without explaining why it matters. Imagine your needs like small lamps in a long hallway. When you ignore them, the hallway becomes dark. When you honor them one by one, the path becomes easier to walk. Tonight, you are lighting one lamp, maybe just one. And one lamp is enough to begin. I am not too much for the love that is meant for me. Let that touch the hidden place in you. I am not too much for the love that is meant for me. Your feelings are not too much. Your tenderness is not too much. Your need for honesty is not too much. Your desire to be treated with care is not too much. Your heart is not too much. Maybe someone made you feel that your depth was a problem. Maybe someone made you feel that asking for clarity was asking for too much. Maybe someone made you feel that your love was heavy. But the love that is right for your life will not require you to become empty. It will not ask you to cut pieces of yourself away. I am not too much for real love. I am not too much for kind love. I am not too much for steady love. I am not too much for the life that is learning how to meet me. I can stop apologizing for having a heart. Say it again, slowly. I am not too much. I am not too little. I am enough to be loved as I am. I allow love to begin with the way I treat myself. This is where the title becomes real inside you. I allow love to begin with the way I treat myself. Love yourself first, and everything else will follow naturally. Not because life becomes perfect in one moment, but because your energy changes when you stop standing against yourself. Your choices change, your boundaries change, your breath changes, your sense of what you deserve begins to change. You stop asking from emptiness. You start receiving from steadiness. You stop chasing people who make you feel invisible. You start listening to the part of you that knows peace. You stop begging for a small cup of love from others while your own inner well has been waiting for you. I allow love to begin in my thoughts. I allow love to begin in my breath. I allow love to begin in the way I speak to my body. I allow love to begin in the way I let myself rest. I allow love to begin in this quiet moment. And when love begins there, it does not stay small. It spreads. Like warmth moving through a room, like dawn touching the edge of the sky, like water finding its way through dry land. Your own love becomes a path life can follow. I no longer speak to myself like I am the enemy. Let this one be strong but gentle. I no longer speak to myself like I am the enemy. You have heard enough harsh words from the world. You do not need to repeat them inside yourself. You do not need to wake up and begin the day with criticism. You do not need to end the night counting every way you were not enough. Your inner voice can become a friend, a calm friend, a loving friend, a friend who tells the truth without cruelty, a friend who says, "That hurt, but we can learn," a friend who says, "You are tired, let us rest," a friend who says, "You are scared, but you are not alone." I speak to myself with respect. I speak to myself with patience. I speak to myself with warmth. I speak to myself like someone I am, learning to love more deeply every day. If the old voice comes back, you do not need to fight it. Just notice it. Then choose again. One kinder sentence at a time. One gentler breath at a time. One moment of mercy at a time. This is how the inner weather changes. My body deserves peace, not punishment. Say it with care. My body deserves peace, not punishment. Your body has carried you through every day you thought you could not face. It has held your breath, your tears, your tension, your hope, your memories, your quiet prayers. Maybe you have judged it. Maybe you have pushed it. Maybe you have wished it were different. But tonight, you can begin a softer conversation. Your body is not an object to criticize. It is your home for this life. It is the place where your breath lives. It is the place where your heart keeps beating. It is the place that asks for rest, water, kindness, warmth, and care. My body deserves patience. My body deserves comfort. My body deserves gentle words. My body deserves rest. My body deserves to be treated like a home, not a problem. Let your feet soften. Let your legs soften. Let your belly soften if it can. Let your chest be easy. Let your face rest. You do not need to force your body into peace. You can invite it. You can say, I am here with you now. We are not fighting tonight. I can choose myself without closing my heart. This is a beautiful balance. I can choose myself without closing my heart. Loving yourself first does not mean becoming cold. It does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you build a wall so high that no one can reach you. It means you build a door that opens with wisdom, a door that closes with peace, a door that belongs to you. You can still love deeply. You can still give. You can still forgive. You can still be kind. But you no longer pour your whole self out until nothing is left. You no longer confuse love with self-loss. You no longer believe that being loving means being available for everything. I choose myself with an open heart. I choose myself with kindness. I choose myself with calm. I choose myself and still send love into the world. I choose myself and allow the right people to meet me there. This is not rejection. This is return. This is you standing inside your own life again. This is you saying, I am here. I matter here. My heart has a place here too. I am allowed to receive the love I have been giving away. Let this one feel like warm hands opening. I am allowed to receive the love I have been giving away. You have given so much. Maybe you gave understanding. Maybe you gave patience. Maybe you gave second chances. Maybe you gave comfort. Maybe you gave your listening, your softness, your hope, your time. Now let some of that love turn back toward you. You do not have to wait for another person to bring it. You can begin with the way you breathe. You can begin with the way you rest. You can begin with the way you stop blaming yourself for everything. You can begin by allowing your own heart to be included in your love. I receive patience from myself. I receive kindness from myself. I receive forgiveness from myself. I receive comfort from myself. I receive the gentle care I have been longing for. Imagine your love like a bowl of clear water. For so long, you have carried it to everyone else. Tonight, you bring the bowl back to your own lips. You drink slowly. You let your spirit be refreshed. I am safe to stop chasing what is not choosing me. This may touch a tender place. Let it come with compassion. I am safe to stop chasing what is not choosing me. You do not have to run after closed doors. You do not have to prove your beauty to someone who refuses to see it. You do not have to keep reaching for hands that keep moving away. This does not mean you are unlovable. It means your love deserves a place where it can breathe. It means your energy is precious. It means your heart is not meant to live in constant hunger. I can stop chasing and still be loved. I can release what does not meet me and still be safe. I can let go of what keeps hurting me and still have a beautiful future. I can turn toward myself and trust that life has kinder ways to reach me. Sometimes stopping the chase feels like loss at first, but soon something inside you begins to feel free. Your breath returns, your dignity returns, your peace returns. And in that quiet space, the love that belongs to you can finally find room. I am becoming peaceful in my own presence. Say it slowly. I am becoming peaceful in my own presence. You do not have to be afraid of being with yourself. You do not have to fill every quiet moment with noise. You do not have to run from your own thoughts. Little by little, your own presence can become a place of rest. Maybe quiet once felt lonely. Maybe silence made old thoughts louder. But tonight, silence can become a soft blanket. Quiet can become a room with warm light. Your breath can become a gentle sound that reminds you, I am still here. I am still living. I am still becoming. I am peaceful with myself. I am gentle with myself. I am present with myself. I can sit with my own heart and not turn away. I can be alone without feeling abandoned because I am learning to stay with me. Let that be enough. You do not have to love every part of yourself perfectly. You can begin by not leaving. You can begin by breathing. You can begin by being here. I give myself the love I kept waiting for. This is a turning point. I give myself the love I kept waiting for. Not because other love does not matter. It does matter. Human love is beautiful. Kind words are beautiful. Safe relationships are beautiful. But your heart cannot live only on love that may or may not arrive from outside. It needs your love too. You can give yourself warmth in the morning. You can give yourself mercy at night. You can give yourself patience when you are confused. You can give yourself comfort when you feel rejected. You can give yourself permission to begin again without shame. I give myself the love I kept waiting for. I give myself the kindness I kept hoping someone would notice I needed. I give myself the softness I have been missing. I give myself a safe place to land. Imagine a door inside your chest opening slowly. Behind it is not a loud place. It is quiet. It is warm. It has been waiting for you. This is the place where you no longer have to beg. This is the place where your own love says, come in, you belong here. I am worthy of gentle love. Let these words be simple. I am worthy of gentle love, not confusing love, not love that disappears when you speak your truth, not love that keeps you guessing, not love that asks you to earn every moment of care. Gentle love, steady love, love that feels like your nervous system can finally exhale. You are worthy of being spoken to with care. You are worthy of being listened to. You are worthy of honesty. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of love that does not make you feel like you must fight for your place. I am worthy of gentle love. I am worthy of safe love. I am worthy of love that respects my heart. I am worthy of love that meets me with kindness. I am worthy of love that feels like breathing, not holding my breath. Let this affirmation move through the places where you once accepted less. Not with regret, with understanding. You were learning. Now you are remembering. And what you remember now can guide what you choose next. I am not behind in learning how to love myself. Say it softly. I am not behind in learning how to love myself. Maybe you wish you had known these things earlier. Maybe you wish you had protected your heart sooner. Maybe you wish you had spoken kindly to yourself years ago. But you are here now, and now matters. You are not late. You are not too old. You are not too wounded. You are not too far away from yourself. The path back to your own heart begins wherever you are standing. I am not behind. I am arriving. I am not late. I am learning. I am not failing. I am returning. I am not lost. I am listening. Think of the sky at dawn. It does not apologize for taking the whole night to become light. It simply brightens when the time comes. Maybe this is your dawn. Maybe the light is small right now, but it is real. Let it come. I can let love be simple. This is a soft one. I can let love be simple. Love does not always need big words. It can be a glass of water, a deep breath, a clean pillow, a kind thought, a hand resting gently on your own heart, a moment where you decide not to criticize yourself. Love can be simple. It can be the way you stop rushing your own healing. It can be the way you let yourself cry without shame. It can be the way you whisper, "It's okay," when your mind feels loud. It can be the way, you choose rest instead of pressure. I let love be simple today. I let love be a breath. I let love be softness in my shoulders. I let love be a quiet yes to my own peace. I let love be the way I do not give up on myself. You do not need to make self-love complicated. You do not need a perfect ritual. You only need one sincere moment, one kind sentence, one pause before you speak harshly to yourself, one small turning toward your own heart. I am allowed to protect my peace. Say it with calm. I am allowed to protect my peace. Your peace is not a small thing. It is the place where your inner world can breathe. It is the quiet water where your truth becomes clear. It is the soft ground where your heart can rest. Protecting your peace does not mean controlling everything. It means noticing what takes you far away from yourself. It means choosing what supports your calm. It means stepping back from noise when your soul needs silence. It means giving yourself permission to not answer every demand right away. I am allowed to protect my peace I am allowed to pause. I am allowed to choose quiet. I am allowed to leave what hurts my spirit. I am allowed to create space for my own heart. Let this feel steady, not angry, not fearful, steady, like a mountain under the evening sky. The wind may move around it, but the mountain remembers what it is. My love for myself grows one gentle choice at a time. Let this be the rhythm. My love for myself grows one gentle choice at a time. You do not need to change your whole life tonight. You do not need to become completely confident by morning. You do not need to feel peaceful every minute. Self-love grows through small choices repeated with care. One gentle choice to breathe before reacting. One gentle choice to rest. One gentle choice to eat with kindness. One gentle choice to speak honestly. One gentle choice to stop replaying the painful words. One gentle choice to remember, I am on my own side. My love grows slowly, and slowly is still real. My love grows quietly, and quiet things can be powerful. My love grows in small moments, and small moments can change the whole direction of a life. Like roots beneath the earth, your love may grow where no one can see it at first. But one day, you will notice the tree is stronger, the branches are wider, the leaves are reaching for more sky. And you will know it began here in the dark with one gentle choice. I am on my own side now. Let this one be clear. I am on my own side now. Not against anyone else, not fighting the world, just no longer fighting yourself, no longer standing across from your own heart with judgment in your hands, no longer treating your feelings as problems, no longer making your needs prove themselves. You are on your own side when you speak kindly to yourself. You are on your own side when you rest. You are on your own side when you tell the truth. You are on your own side when you choose people, places, and thoughts that help you breathe. I am on my own side now. I stand with my heart. I stand with my healing journey. I stand with my peace. I stand with the quiet, beautiful person I am becoming. Feel the strength in that. It is not loud. It does not need to be loud. It is like a candle in a window, small, steady, bright enough to guide you home. I let my inner child feel safe with me. Say it gently, as if speaking to the youngest part of your heart. I let my inner child feel safe with me. The part of you that wanted love. The part of you that felt confused. The part of you that tried so hard to be good. The part of you that wondered why some people could not stay gentle. That part does not need another lecture. That part needs comfort. You can say inwardly, I am here now. I see you. I am not leaving you. You do not have to earn my love. You do not have to be perfect for me to care. I let the tender part of me feel safe. I let the younger part of me feel heard. I let the scared part of me come closer. I let my own love become a soft place inside me. Imagine holding a small lantern in a dark room. You are not angry at the darkness. You simply bring light. In the same way, you do not have to be angry at your fear. You can bring warmth. You can bring patience. You can bring yourself. I release the need to earn my place in life. Let these words open space in you. I release the need to earn my place in life. You belong here. Not because you have done everything right, not because you have pleased everyone, not because you have reached a certain level. You belong because you are part of life. You belong in your own breath. You belong in your own body. You belong in the morning. You belong under the sky. You belong in rooms where you are respected. You belong in love that does not make you beg. You belong in peace. I do not have to earn my right to exist. I do not have to earn my right to rest. I do not have to earn my right to be treated with care. I do not have to earn my place in this life. This affirmation can feel big. Let it be big. Let it stretch gently around old beliefs. Let it make more room inside you. Let it remind you that your life is not a test you must pass before you can be loved. I choose thoughts that help me come home to myself. Say it softly. I choose thoughts that help me come home to myself. Not every thought deserves your full attention. Some thoughts are old echoes. Some thoughts are fear speaking loudly. Some thoughts are the voices of people who did not know how to love themselves either. You can notice a thought without making it your truth. You can say, "That thought is painful. I do not need to feed it tonight." Then you can choose a thought that feels like a doorway back to peace. I choose a kinder thought. I choose a softer thought. I choose a thought that gives my heart room. I choose a thought that helps my body rest. I choose a thought that reminds me I am loved even while I am learning. If the mind returns to old worry, that is okay. You can return again. Returning is the practice. Returning is the healing. Returning is love in motion. I let myself be loved by this moment. This moment may not be perfect. It may not contain every answer. It may not look the way you wanted life to look by now. But still, this moment can hold you. This breath can hold you. This quiet can hold you. These words can meet you gently. I let myself be loved by this moment. I let the room hold me. I let the air hold me. I let my own heart hold me. I let the simple fact that I am still here become enough for now. You do not have to reach into tomorrow right now. You do not have to solve your whole life. You do not have to know how everything will follow. You only have to love yourself first in this one moment, and then the next moment, and then the next. Everything else can unfold naturally, not all at once, not by force, but softly, like the tide returning to the shore, like the moon rising without effort, like your own breath finding its way back to calm. I am ready to return to myself with love. Let this be the final affirmation of this first block. I am ready to return to myself with love, not with blame, not with pressure, not with shame, with love, with soft eyes, with a steady breath, with a hand held out to your own heart. You may have wandered far from yourself, through worry, through overgiving, through people-pleasing, through trying to become what others wanted, through trying to earn safety. But you can come back. The path is still here. Your heart still knows the way. I am ready to return to myself with love. I am ready to listen to my needs. I am ready to speak to myself with kindness. I am ready to stop chasing and start receiving. I am ready to love myself first and let everything else follow naturally. Let the words move slowly through you. I return to myself. I choose myself gently. I love myself first. And from this love, life begins to open.